Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today, I'm going to speak about um, something. It grabbed my attention because of what's happening on the news. Few things are happening in the Islamic world and all over the world, and we're going to connect the dots. I decided to call this video "The Islamic Retraction Had Begun." That means already begun. Okay. Few things are happening in different countries, so we're going to look at them one by one quickly. I took some notes, so sometimes I'll be looking at my notes. Please bear with me. The first country I would like to speak about is Sudan. The Sudan. The president of Sudan, al-Bashir, he is calling. On the news, it says calling for cooperation between him and Egypt. The media I don't trust because that should not be a cooperation between al-Bashir, the president of Sudan, and Egypt. It's a cooperation between the president of Sudan and the president of Egypt, al-Sisi. But the media try to use words to get away with what is really in the news. Egypt is Egypt before Sisi, and it will be Egypt after El Sisi's. Sudan is the same before and after the president. So the people who are really in danger are those who are in the authority, in power. And these are the people who are really afraid. Okay? So why would al-Bashir go and seek cooperation, security cooperation with Egypt or with Assisi? The reason is both of them are standing on a very shaky ground, both, and they are both trying to gather forces and try to find a solution. In my personal opinion, I really don't think there is a political solution for what's going on. Anyway, that's beside the point. Second thing is happening in Sudan, that the minister of they call it security of the country of Sudan, ordered uh, order all the prisoners, the people that they were taken as prisoners, the demonstrators who demonstrated against the president, who are in prison now. The minister of security or police forces or whatever you want to say it, he wants them all to be released. I am very sure some of these people, among those who were arrested, were bad people taking advantage of the situation, probably going out to steal. Why do you release everybody? Because they don't know what else to do. They are afraid. They are afraid. The two countries now are very afraid. The second thing happening is the third, I'm sorry. The first one was the two presidents are negotiating. The second is they let go of these prisoners. The third, one lady, she is the leader of the opposition party. Well-known lady. She is not like a drug dealer or a bad woman. I don't know her orientation about politics, but she is a political leader. She is not. She is the leader of the opposition party. The Sudanese government arrested her for a few hours and then let her go. Why would you arrest somebody of that caliber for a couple of hours or for 3 hours? And why did you let her go? Was a couple of hours enough to find the truth? And what kind of truth were you looking for? Obviously, they are in trouble and they don't know where to handle the problem, what to do. So probably one person had the idea to arrest her, the other one, he told them, what are you doing under the sun? We can all go to hell. Let her go quickly. It's interesting. Uh, so that what is happening in Sudan. There are few things happening also in Saudi Arabia, between Saudi Arabia and Yemen, Saudi Arabia and Yemen and Mohammed bin Salman. May be the blessing of Allah upon him, and Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, Yemen, and Lebanon. We're going to look at these one by one and see why this is happening and what do we read from this? Where do we go from here? Okay, Saudi Arabia, listen to this. This literally on the news, BBC Arabic. Saudi Arabia ends its campaign against corruption by charging $100 billion as a settlement. You end your campaign against corruption for some money? It's either the people that you arrested in Saudi Arabia were corrupt, and the principle is not really whether it's 100 million or $1, whether it's 100 billion dollar or one single dollar. If there is corruption, you are to ask them for the corruption, not for the amount. A thief is a thief. It doesn't matter whether he stole $1 or $1 billion. He is a thief, and he faces justice not on the amount that he stole, but on the act. So if these people were corrupt and you settle with them, you are Mr. bin Salman. You are more corrupt than them. If you settle for money, this is called jizya. Jizya. What Muhammad, your prophet, had done. Whoever paid him more, he didn't kill. Alright? That's very interesting. The second thing happening in Saudi Arabia is Saudi Arabia releases a businessman. His name is Mohammed Al Amoudi. After he'd been arrested for more than 1 year. And my question here, why do you arrest one man for more than a year and you don't charge him with anything? For more than 1 year, you arrest him and you couldn't find anything wrong with him. Then you yourself are corrupt, Mr. bin Salman. And you are using your authority in the office as the crown prince to intimidate people and try to destroy their lives. It means, I don't know this man, but something tells me that you are dirty, Mr. bin Salman, and you are using your influence to destroy people's life. And here I am a humble man in this small place. I am telling you that you are dirty, bin Salman. The third happening in Saudi Arabia, the kingdom of hell, the Houthis. The Houthis are a group of people living in Yemen. They are primarily Shiite, and most of Saudi Arabia is Sunni. They are both, in my opinion, Both. I don't give a whatever. They are both the same to me. Same shift. I said shift. Okay. The Saudis exchange prisoner with the Houthis. One Saudi prisoner for 7 Houthis prisoners. That tells us also something. Bin Salman, may the blessing of Allah be upon him. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bin Salman wants to polish his rusted image in front of the world. Okay? So he's trying to end the war in Yemen, get his people back. Let's get let's calm down for a while until people forget what I did. Okay. One more thing is happening in Saudi Arabia, very interesting, that London puts security on a Saudi man living in London 24 hours around the clock. Why on earth a person needs security 24 hours? He is threatened. And this man was threatened only after the death of the journalist Khashoggi, the one that Mohammed bin Salman, the clown prince of Saudi Arabia, killed and ordered him to be melted in acid. This man knows something, and Mohammed bin Salman wanted to get to him. And I think this man acted quickly, and he informed the police, and the police is protecting him 24 hours a day so that he will not be murdered and melted as his friend Khashoggi. I'm sure he was a friend of Khashoggi. Although that was not mentioned, his occupation was not mentioned, but I'm very sure this man was running away as Khashoggi was running away living in Turkey. This man was living in London, running away from bin Salman. Okay, one more thing is happening. All that tells us at the end, it tells us that they are losing grip. Some destruction happening from within, whether it's in Egypt, Sudan, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and let's look now at Lebanon. That's very interesting. Lebanon, for once this is happening in Saudi Arabia and all in the Muslim world, Lebanon calls that they are changing some of their ministers. Why is that important? Lebanon has nothing to do with Saudi Arabia or Yemen or anything. Lebanon relatively is a peaceful country, yes, but if we remember when bin Salman, the clown prince, arrested the prime minister of Lebanon in Saudi Arabia while he was visiting, is like a gang leader. He arrests him while he is visiting and forces him to resign from his position as a prime minister of another country, or else he would kill him as he killed the journalist Khashoggi. And the man comes out publicly announcing his resignation as a prime minister of his country. Now, why at this moment, why at this moment Lebanon, the Lebanese prime minister Saad al-Hariri, calls for a new, for changing in his cabinet and put 4 women in charge of different departments. Why? For he's putting women in on purpose to tell the clown prince, we don't believe in your religion. We believe women can produce. So I'm putting women. Now that you are not so popular like before, I am taking some actions. Get lost, Mr. Clown Prince. And he put 4 women in his cabinet. Mohammed bin Salman cannot tell him now, resign or I will assassinate you. It will be a scandal. What goes around comes around, Mr. bin Salman. The last thing is Asia Bibi. And for those of you who do not know Asia Bibi is a Christian woman living in Pakistan. And because she took some water from a bucket or a pot that was for a Muslim woman to use to drink, she took some water from this bucket. They beat her up, and the police came and arrested the woman when she was unconscious. They beat her up until she lost conscience, and then the police come arrest the unconscious woman, and they wanted to execute her because she defiled the Muslim water, because she's filthy, she's infidel. And for about 10 years in jail, trying to kill her. And many countries got involved, and the Human Rights Watch got involved. They found out if they will kill her, it will be a scandal for Pakistan, and the aid to Pakistan will stop, and there will be so much damage, so they didn't know what to do. And the beast that they have created of Islamic Wahhabism in Pakistan and in the rest of the Islamic world, that beast is out of control now, and this beast is calling for the death of this woman. And now they're under pressure from the rest of the world. What do they do? They didn't know for 10 years. And they murdered her lawyer. How can you defend a Christian woman? And now, at the end, she was declared innocent. And that beast, that Muslim beast on the street, are calling for her death again, calling the Supreme Court of the land to call for her death. So the Supreme Court, and I hope they don't kill their justice in that court, said no. She was declared innocent, she is innocent, that's it. We wash our hands. That shows us also that what is happening now is unrest and the coming destruction in this region. We thank you very much, and we welcome your comments and any questions, and even the negative comments, because I received quite a bit. Thank you very much for those who are contributing even negatively. Thank you.